Hello guys, welcome once more to another video in our YouTube channel. So in this video I will show you guys how you can plot a graph, a linear graph specifically using Microsoft Excel. Now this is actually to help you to be able to plot linear graphs and get information from the other way that will guide you on how to plot the graph manually. So imagine that you're given a graph, you're given some set of values in data analysis, and maybe you are not really sure of your answer. You can use this method to be sure of your answer and to see how the shape of the graph is going to look like. Alright, so I have a list of values here with me. Let me open and see the list of values I have. So I need to plot a graph of voltage against current. Then from the graph I'll need to look for my slope. I'll need to look for my slope and my intercept. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So the first thing you do is that you write down your values. Okay, so you begin with the values for so here I'm going to write down, maybe you begin with the values for it all depends on you. Since I want to plot a graph of voltage against current, the first way I can do is I'm going to begin by writing down the values of current. Alright, so the values of current here, they are in milliamperes, so I'll just be converting to amperes. So we have because you have 4 milliamperes, so it's 0.004 amperes. The corresponding value for the voltage is just 16.6. Now the next value is 8 milliamperes, so 0.008 amperes. The corresponding value for voltage is 15.2 volts. The next value is 16.8, that's 0.0168 amperes. Corresponding is 12.0 volts. The next is 26.4, so 0.0264 amperes. I need to make sure that this is a point. Alright, so if you want to use commas, you can use commas or true. If you want to use point, you use point or true. The corresponding value here is 8.6. The next is 28.8, that's 0.0288. The corresponding voltage value is 7.8. the next is 32 milliamperes, so that's 0.032. the corresponding value of voltage is 6.6, and let me just write 5.2, and finally 3.8. corresponding the corresponding value the corresponding value here is 0.04, while here is 0.003. No, 0.036. Alright, so these are my values. Okay, so after writing down the values, the next thing I need to do is I go to insert. Now after going to insert, I choose recommended charts. I click on it and I choose the line. Alright, if it is it all depends on you, but since we are working with the line, we choose the line. I click on the line, then I click OK. This is how the shape of the graph is going to look like. So these are the points, and this is how your graph is going to look like. You can want to give the title of your graph. Alright, maybe voltage versus current. Alright, but anyways, let's forget about that for now. So this gives you the shape of your graph. Alright, but now from this shape you cannot identify what the slope is, and you cannot also identify what the intercept on the vertical axis is. Alright, so what you do is that you use the formula. So I'm going to write down the formula. So for you to get the slope, you write equal to, you spell slope, you open the bracket, then you go and select the y-axis. Alright, so I select my y-axis, then I put comma, then I select my x-axis, then I close my parenthesis and I press equal to. This is my slope, negative 35.077. This is kind of a very good approximation to the slope. So which means if you do your calculation by yourself and you have approximately this value, then you are correct. Now for the intercept, you press equal to and you type down intercept, you open the parenthesis, you select the y-axis, okay, comma, you also select the x-axis and you close and you hit equal to. So this is the intercept on the y-axis. Alright, that is 18.0280. that's the approximate, a very good approximation, which means that even if you have 18, you are still correct. Alright, for this guy here is minus 356, which means if you have even minus 357, you are still correct because this is more precise. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.